Suspended Ekurhuleni head of legal Adv Kemi Behari will continue to face cross-examination at the Madlanga Commission this morning. Let's now get the latest from SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga. Canny, over to you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Leanne, and to the viewers once again. As you've correctly stated, Advocate Behari remains on the stand at 9:30 a.m. this morning, and he's currently facing tough questions about his inaction in relation to the suspension or pending expiry of suspension of Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi, who is accused of running, if I could put it this way, an alleged reign of terror in the Ekurhuleni municipality. So essentially what you saw from Behari is that after he laid this foundation of compliance, what then came up is his inaction with respect to Mkhwanazi. So his excuse for not acting on the request by Colonel Erasmus to get advice or seek advice about the pending expiry of that particular suspension and what exactly they should do in light of that, because the investigation is complete, but this person is a significant risk and can't return to work. But what we're seeing from the pattern of the events laid before the Commission is that through his inaction, that is Behari's inaction, the expiry of the suspension took place and facilitated the return of Mkhwanazi to the workplace environment. The test now that is being made by the Commission's bench is whether these actions were deliberate or not, in light of the allegation that Advocate Behari is part of this clique that formed a shield for Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi when there were several factors calling in for accountability for this particular individual. He states, Behari rather, in his inaction, that he wanted gaps to be closed before this person could be investigated, that is Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi. But it seems those gaps are not holding up in terms of the minimum threshold of what is expected for someone to be disciplined. You hear those gaps being that he wanted a journalist who had written about the Blue Light saga to come and give a statement as a complainant. However, the allegations as they stand on their own were enough for him to continue with that disciplinary process, ensure that that person remains on suspension, so that a person of risk of that nature does not return to the work environment. But from what we're seeing through the questioning is that Behari did not take these steps, and the Commission through its questioning is trying to get to the bottom of why. Was this something that was merely just an oversight, or was it deliberate as part of this ongoing allegation that several individuals made it their personal business to protect this individual, that is Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi? Apologies. In the next hour, we'll find out why Mkhwanazi was such a risk and why it was important for Behari to ensure that he played his oversight role as a legal head and ensured that that particular suspension was continued, not left to hang in the balance in order for it to expire and for him to return to duty.
All right, Canny, thanks so much. And again, keeping a very close eye on the Madlanga Commission for us.